Why are your seeds not germinating? We had this question on our Facebook group today called Garden Fundamental, and I encourage you to join that. You'll always get the correct answer to your gardening question. So why didn't the seeds germinate? The person asking the question had tried seed snails and nothing germinated, and now he wanted to know whether he could move those seeds into other pots or into the baggie method. We're not going to deal with seed snails here. We're not going to look at different ways of starting seeds. Doesn't matter which method you use. So let's first define germination, because gardeners don't understand what that actually means. Most gardeners will take the seed, bury it in some soil, and then wait until they see a green shoot. That's germination for them. But that's not germination. Germination happens when the seed root comes out, the radical. As soon as that emerges from the seed has germinated. Now at this point, you don't see anything above the soil. If that seedling dies before it puts anything above the soil, it's not a germination problem. It's a growing issue. Now this is one of the main reasons I like my baggie method. In the baggie method, we germinate the seed on paper towels, and we can see the seed. We know exactly what happens. I know whether or not that seed germinated. Then I move the seed into soil and wait until I see a shoot come above the soil. The problem with putting seed directly in soil and waiting for the shoot is that if it doesn't work, you don't know if you have a germination problem or you have a growing problem. That's one of the reasons I like the baggie method. All right, for today's discussion, I'm going to simplify the subject matter a little more. We're going to talk about starting seeds indoors in some sort of a system. I'm not going to worry about sowing outside. For instance, I know some of you get a package of wildflower seeds and you go and sprinkle it around the garden and wonder why nothing germinates. When nature does that, it produces millions of seeds, and you took a little package with maybe 100 seeds and spread them around. Well, don't expect any result. You didn't use enough seed. So outdoor conditions are quite different. We're going to focus on indoor seed starting. We're going to answer the question, why didn't they germinate? Now I'm going to break this program into two parts. We're first going to deal with easy to germinate seeds, and that's what most of you are doing. This includes all the vegetables, most annuals, a lot of the common perennials. And we're going to look at that group. Once we have a look at these easy germinators, then we'll go and look at some hard germinators and look at some other possible problems. But to keep it simple, most of you are germinating simple seeds, like your vegetables. If they don't germinate, why? One reason is that they might be dead seeds. Seeds are living organisms, and they don't live forever. At some point, they die. How long do they live? Well, that depends on the seed. I know that I can have tomato seeds, and 10 years later, they're still very viable. In fact, they're probably still viable at 20 years, although I usually use them up before then. But there are short-lived seeds. For instance, carrots, onion, leeks, and spinach. They're all short-lived. And if they're 3 years old, maybe 4 years old, they could all be dead. Then they won't germinate. If you've collected your own seed, then the seed may not have developed properly on the plant, and so it might have been dead the moment you collected it. Second reason, you kept the seeds too wet. So in this case, what happened is that the seed actually germinated, the root came out, but then it was too wet for it, and it basically rotted the seed. The third reason is too dry. So you've planted your seed, you watered it a little bit, and then you let it get too dry. So the root came out, it couldn't find any moisture, and so it died. Now, dry soil is usually not a problem, but it can be. Fourth reason might be a fungal infection. Now, we talk a lot about damping off, but that's a fungus that attacks the seedlings once they're above the soil. But if a seed is underground and it's too wet, it may be attacked by a fungus that just kills the seed. Again, I like my baggie method because I can see that happening. I can't see that happening under the soil. Another reason is that you maybe didn't wait long enough. Now, many of you are used to growing the really simple seeds and, in 3 days they germinate and you're all excited and away you go. But some seed takes a little longer. For instance, pepper seed is quite easy to germinate, but it can easily take 10 days to 2 weeks, and hot peppers can even take 3 weeks to germinate. So you have to have a bit of patience with these seeds. They're not all going to germinate in 2 or 3 days. Another reason why you might have problems is that you planted it too deep. Most seed is planted at a depth of 1 to 2 times the diameter of the seed. If you plant it too deep, the seed might have made a little root, and then it starts making the shoot, and if there's too much soil above it, that shoot just never gets to the top of the soil and it dies. Now, I also see some comments online about myths as to why your seeds aren't germinating. One of them is that, oh, you didn't use the right kind of soil. Well, that's mostly a myth. Now, if you have some toxic soil, okay, it will kill your seedlings before you see any shoot, but most potting media is just fine. If you're starting seeds, use potting media. Don't go out in your garden to get soil. That soil is usually not very good. I also wouldn't use straight compost. That can have too many nutrients and be too hot for the seedlings. They may not grow well. For seedlings, it's worth buying a potting media. Now, you don't need seedling media. That's just a marketing gimmick to sell you expensive soil. I use ProMix for everything. Houseplants, seedlings, repotting. Anything going into a pot that uses artificial soil, it's ProMix. I don't have a special mix for seed. If you do that, it's rarely the soil that's the problem. Again, one reason I like my baggie method, because in the baggie method, I germinate them without soil, so soil is never an issue. So there you have it. Those are the main reasons your easy to germinate seeds are not germinating. All right, now let's have a look at some harder to germinate seeds. What does this mean? Well, they could be seeds that just take a long time to germinate. The seed that I spent the most time germinating are some Halicia Carolina seeds. It took me 5 years to get them to germinate. Now, they also needed a bunch of warm-cold cycles to make that happen. But 5 years is a pretty long time to wait. Hard to germinate seeds usually need some kind of special treatment to trigger the germination process. It doesn't happen just by putting the seed under some soil. All right, so you're trying some of these more difficult seeds and they don't germinate. What are the reasons for that? Well, all of the reasons we discussed for the simple to germinate seeds also apply to these. Could be any one of those. But let's say we've eliminated all of those as possible sources. What are some additional reasons why these seeds aren't germinating? One is that you didn't follow the right germination procedure. There's a number of different things you might have to do to the seeds to get them to germinate. You might have to scarify them, which means that you nick the seed coat. You might have to stratify them, which means giving them warm-cold cycle. Some seed wants to start warm and then get a cold cycle. Other seed wants to start cold and get a warm cycle. Many seeds want to go back and forth between those cycles. So how do you know which process to actually use for your seeds? Now, you can follow the seed package that you have if you have one. If you don't have a seed package, go to the website for the Ontario Rock Garden and Hardy Plant Society. They have a germination guide. It's one of the main menus. Look up your plant and it'll tell you how to germinate it. This is the best source on the internet. Now, I was part of that organization for many years, submitted all kinds of data, and what they do is they collect the data and then update their database continually. It's the most recent information we have about how to germinate seeds. Follow their procedure. Now, if that didn't work, then there are some other things to consider. The seed might be old, and believe it or not, with difficult to germinate seeds, the seed may actually be very young. For instance, when you collect trillium seeds, they could be a couple months old and already be all dead because they're too old. Sometimes the seed needs extra cycle. So I'll go to the Ontario Rock Garden Germination Guide, and it says give it a cold, warm treatment and they should germinate. Well, if that didn't work, then I repeat the cycle. Cold, warm, until they germinate. There's another reason why I like my baggie method, because when I have to treat seeds with a cold treatment, it's really easy to do with a baggie. I can put it in the fridge and my wife doesn't complain about it. If I show up with 20 pots of soil and say, hey dear, these need to go into the fridge, it won't happen. Sometimes you just need some patience to make this happen. Some seed is just very slow to germinate. Now, most seed will germinate in a month or two, but there are some, like the Halicea I mentioned, that can take years to germinate. Another important consideration is how are these seeds stored. Now, what I recommend for most seed is that you store them in the fridge in paper so the seeds can continue to dry. That's the best way. Don't put them in the freezer. If the seeds are too moist and you freeze them, you can kill them. Now that works for most seeds, and we call these the orthodox seeds. Orthodox, they follow the rules. They do what they're supposed to do. But there are some seeds that are not orthodox, and we call those recalcitrant seeds. These are seeds that have to be kept moist. If they dry out, they're dead. These kind of seeds, you want to collect the seed, keep them moist until you go to germinate them. And then they're quite easy to germinate, and they germinate fairly quickly. But if you let that trillium seed dry out, it can take a long time to germinate, or the seed's already dead and it just won't germinate. So the storage method can be critical here. And finally, let's talk about temperature. I see a lot of comments online saying, well, if the seeds aren't germinating, raise the temperature. Get them on a heating pad. Get them warmer. That rarely will solve the problem. Now, at a higher temperature, some seeds will germinate fast. So instead of 5 days, they germinate in 4 days. The problem is that if you get them too warm, it actually stops germination and can kill the seed. So I would recommend that unless you're germinating these in a really cold basement, don't use a heating mat. Have a little patience. I've never used a heating mat, and I've germinated over 2,000 different kinds of seeds. I know a little warmth will speed it up, but I just use the room temperature. This is fine. Now, there are some exceptions, of course. There are some seeds that have to germinate in the fridge. They have to germinate cold. But even there, the temperature's not that critical. So just use your fridge or your room temperature. Go back and forth, and one or other of those will work. All right, now you know why your seeds may not be germinating. It's one of the reasons I've mentioned here. If you'd like to learn more about starting seeds, I have a seed starting course for you, and I'll put a link to that in the description and at the end of this video. If you go to that video, even if you don't want to take the course, and it's a free course on YouTube, by the way, still hit the link and go there. Off to the right or below, you'll see a playlist, which is a whole list of all my seed starting videos. And then you can investigate all kinds of specific things. For example, how do you stratify? How do you scarify? How you test your soil if it's toxic to seed? And about 50 other videos on different topics, all related to starting seed. Good luck with your next set of seeds. Thank you very much for your support. If you'd like to connect directly with me, the best way is through my Facebook group, Garden Fundamentals. We'll answer all of your questions there. I also have a blog called Garden Myths, where I've debunked over 2,000 different myths. I'll put links to all of these in the description below. Happy gardening.